competitive in the market, nowadays, competition is very hectic in the market. So to be competitive in the market, companies have to do always scanning. What they have to scan? They have to scan their internal environment as well as external environment. So internal environment, they have to scan all the people working within the organization. What is the processes happening within the organization? So the employees, the customers, the BOD, the managers, the top managers, all those people, they have to keep on monitoring them, checking on them to see whether everything is going correctly or whether anything is going wrong anywhere, like that. External environment, they will do both micro and macro environment scanning. You know what is micro and macro, right? What is micro? Customers, suppliers, competitors, distributors, all the people who are connected with the organization. The government departments who do regulation, pressure groups. Which are the pressure groups? Groups which always will be putting pressure on the company, like groups which are working to protect the rights of customers. They will be putting pressure on company that you should not do any harm to the customers. Then groups which are working for animals, protection of animals, they will be putting pressure on company that you should not use leather, you should not use animal skin, you should not kill animals, like that. You should not do anything to harm animals in your operations. Then there is another pressure group which is working for environment. So they will see they are not polluting the environment, whether company is polluting water, air, soil in any way. So they will be checking on the company's operations. So these are all the pressure groups. So company has to scan these pressure groups also, whether they will give some trouble to the company, whether company will be forced to change because of their pressure. Then financial institutions. Strategic allies are your partners. Which are the companies with whom the company is partnering? They are the strategic allies. So with which company have you partnered to do your business? So all these people have to be scanned in the micro environment. And macro environment, you know that PESTEL, political, economic, socio-cultural, technological, environmental, all that. PESTEL they call it, short form. Global environment, natural environment, all that macro environmental factors we have to scan. So internally company has to also scan their culture, what kind of organizational culture, whether any change has to be brought to that, structure of the organization, all these things they have to scan within the company, the internal environment. So by scanning the internal and external environment, company will come to know how competitive they are in the market, whether they need to become more competitive, whether they need to improve somewhere, whether they need to correct anything. They will come to know by doing all this scanning. Then the common type of scanning which is used is SWOT analysis and PEST analysis. All of you know what is SWOT analysis, right? Strength, weakness, opportunities, threats. What we come to know within the organization in SWOT analysis, do we come to know which one? SWOT. Which one we come to know within the organization? Opportunity, no. What we come to know from within the organization by scanning. In SWOT, which one we will come to know from within? Yes, strength and weakness. From within the organization, we will come to know strength and weakness. Which areas we are strong and which areas we are weak. So external environment, we'll come to know opportunities and threats. Like during COVID period, for many companies, COVID was an opportunity. Medical companies, hospitals, for them it was an opportunity. They were doing lot of business during that time. But it was a threat for hospitality industry, like hotels, restaurants, travel agencies. For them it was a threat. Many of them closed down because they could not do any business during the COVID period. So SWOT analysis and PEST analysis are the two common types of analysis to analyze the environment, both internally as well as externally. So what is PEST analysis? P stands for political, E stands for economical, S stands for socio-cultural, and T stands for technological or socio-demographic also you can say. So this is the PEST analysis. So, in economic factors, you will see what is the current economic situation. So, what is the inflation, deflation, recession? What is the employment rate? What is the savings rate? What is the interest rate? What is the foreign exchange? All this we will come to know by scanning the economic environment. What is the GDP? All that. So, legal and political environment, you will come to know what are the legal laws which is there to regulate the business, what is the new policies or what are the new legal laws which are there to restrict the business. So this is mainly to protect the customers. That is the legal and environment. Technological environment is using machines and software to produce more efficiently. You will do production more efficiently. So you will use machines, you will use various kinds of software. So this will make you more productive. This will improve your quality also, quality of your production. So technological environment will give you, by scanning that environment, you will come to know what are the latest technological trends. Then social factors. Social factors, where the people are living, what is their values, what is their social economic status, will determine what, where, and why the people purchase, what products they will purchase, where they will purchase them, and why they will purchase them. So by looking at their status in society, by looking at their age, by their gender, by their occupation, by their residential location, by their family values, all these things, social factors, you will come to know that what kind of products these people are going to buy. What are the social factors which are affecting people today? So today people have become very health conscious. More people are joining gym, more people are going for healthy food, more people are eating home cooked food, all those things. They are more health conscious. People have become, especially after COVID. Then population growth rate, how the population is growing. In our country, it is rapidly growing. And age distribution. What is the age distribution? We are the youngest country in the world. More than 60% of the population is less than 28 years old. So we have lot of potential as a country because we are the youngest population in the world. Other countries you see, they have aging population, 80 plus, 90 plus people and all. So that is affecting their economies because aged people, they can't work, they are not as productive, whereas we can become more productive. Why? Because we are more young people in our country. So age distribution, all these things, more focus on safety. People are worried about safety now. So they are taking all this health policy, insurance policy, all these things, putting CCTV cameras, all these things people are doing. So more focus on health, more focus on safety. All these things are happening today. So more of healthy food is being promoted, junk food is not being promoted. All these are the social factors. So by scanning all these things, you will come to know what is the social changes which is happening in society. So these are the methods to analyze the external environment: quest analysis, SWOT analysis, Tom's matrix, TOS matrix, and PESTEL analysis. These are the methods or techniques which is used to analyze the external environment. So quest analysis, it stands for Quick Environment Scanning Technique. The full form. It is an acronym. It is an acronym. The full form is Quick Environmental Scanning Technique. So quickly the company can scan its environment, can scan itself internally and see whether any important issues are there which need to be solved in the shortest period of time. So that is quest analysis, where quickly they can do the analysis and quickly they can solve any of the pressing problems of the company. So quest analysis is a 4-step scanning method. It helps the company to identify the main problems of the company. So what is the first step? First, the company has to prepare for quest. So they have to first define what are the environmental issues. What is happening in the environment? What are the main issues happening in the environment? Then they have to select the members, some 12 to 15 members to do this quest analysis. Then they have to decide the location where this analysis will be done. Then they have to document all the past events, history of the company, what all in the past happened in the to the company, all that documentation they should have. So stage 1, they will analyze the environment. So who are the strategic leaders? They will analyze the vision, mission, objectives, what is the past trend of production, past trend in sales, past trend in employment. All these things they will analyze. So what are the pattern of events that happened in the company in the past? So all this information will tell them where the company is strong and where it has the capabilities, where it needs to become more capable. So analyzing the environment is the first step. Second step is a brief report is prepared. So first part, it will contain of 2 parts of report. First part of the report will be about the strategic content of the company, like what is its vision, mission, goals, objectives, what are its current strategies for each functional department. All that will be mentioned in the first part. Second part, they will mention all about the future possibilities of the company, what the in the future the company will become. That is the second part. Then this third part, they will discuss this report among the top leaders. They will find out alternative courses of action. So like this, the quest analysis is done. Quick environmental scanning technique. So they will come to know what are the challenges, what are the main issues the company is facing, and what are the strategies they have to come up with to handle these issues and challenges. Then next we have the SWOT analysis. All of you know strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. So strength and weakness we come to know by internal scanning of the environment. Opportunities and threats we come to know by external scanning of the environment. So this SWOT analysis will is not only limited to companies, it is also possible for individuals. So you as individuals, you can also do your own SWOT analysis. You can find out what is your strength, what is your weakness, what is your opportunities, and what are the threats for you. So you can do your own SWOT analysis also. It's not limited only to organization. So SWOT analysis is also called as situation analysis. Laptop. Tell him to close. SWOT analysis is also called as situation analysis, where what is the current situation the company is facing, they can analyze and find out what is the strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. So PESTEL analysis. PESTEL analysis is the full form of PEST. So this is again an acronym for political, economic, socio-cultural, technological, legal, and natural environment or global environment. You can take that is PESTEL analysis. So PESTEL analysis is analyzing all these macro environmental factors. What is happening in the political, what is happening in economic, what is happening in socio-cultural, all that they can analyze and they can come to know what are the opportunities and what are the threats which is there for the company. So this is PESTEL analysis. So, in PESTEL analysis is a very good framework which is used by companies. Which is a very popular method of analysis which is used by companies to analyze each and every macro environmental factor. So, in political environment, they will come to know what are the policies of the government, what are the leader, what kind of leadership they have, whether they have a strong leader or a weak leader, what is the change that is happening in the political environment, whether it's changing too fast political government, then it is unstable. If the government is not changing too fast, then it is a stable government. So what is the foreign trade policies? All these things. Deregulation. What is deregulation? Regulation and deregulation. What is that? Are we a regulated economy or a deregulated economy? Regulated. Regulated economy, we are to a certain extent. We are regulated, but our economy is now opened up to foreign trade, right? We have that LPG, no, liberalization, this globalization, privatization. LPG we are following now, no. So that means our economy has opened up to foreign trade. So we are somewhat deregulated. Deregulated means many trade barriers have been removed. Many trade barriers have been relaxed. So foreign companies can come to India and trade, and we can go outside the country and trade in other countries. So this regulation and deregulation, what are the trends? We are undergoing deregulation now. Things are becoming more and more like what to say unregulated. Like it's opening up. We are becoming free in doing many things. So importing all that we are given lot of freedom. So social factors we come to know the age, gender, family size, all this, what is the population growth rate, how we spend, what is the savings rate, what is our buying pattern, socio-cultural changes. Our society is changing rapidly. We have the growing middle class today. Growing middle class means middle class people are becoming more in number. The lower class are becoming middle class because their income has improved. They are earning better. They have come out of poverty line. So they have joined the middle class. So we have a growing middle class. Middle class is becoming bigger and bigger. And middle class is spending more. We are spending more. We are saving less and we are spending more. Our parents used to save more, but we are saving less and we are spending more. So we are consuming. We have become consumers. So living standards have improved. So all this is the social factors which has brought about lot of changes in our society. Technological factors also, so many things are rapidly changing. So many things we are seeing. What innovations happened 30 years ago or 10 years ago, like those are become common products now. These products like Xerox, automobile, all these products were not there 30 years ago. They were not there. They have become common products today. So using mobile phone, these have become common products. Like even right to the lower class, they are able to use mobile phone and they are able to do digital transactions also. So this is how technology is changing. So how we produce products now, automation is happening. Manufacturing is all going to become automated. How we distribute products, how we are communicating, or our marketing information, how we are communicating to our target customers is all helped by technological developments. New things are coming every day in technology. Then environmental factors, scarcity of raw materials. So because of the fear of shortage of petrol, we are going for electric vehicles. BMTC is going for electric buses. So this is the scarcity. Now we are facing shortage of drinking water everywhere in Bangalore. So this is scarcity of resources. So that is a problem which is companies are facing. Companies are forced to become ethical. They are forced to become sustainable. Sustainable means whatever business activities they do, they should not harm the environment. They should not do any kind of pollution in the environment. It should be helpful to society as well as to the environment. So our country has set carbon footprint targets. We have short-term and long-term carbon footprint targets. India has set. So by 2030, we plan only 50% carbon emissions. By 2070, we plan zero carbon emissions. That is what India has planned. So that is why slowly our vehicles are changing. From petrol, we are going to electric. So very soon all the petrol vehicles will go out. They will go out of the market within 5 years, 5 to 10 years, and it will be all electric or some other renewable energy, some new thing comes up, we'll start using that. So legal factors, legal, what are the equal opportunities, what are the consumer rights and laws, how to do product labeling, how to do make the product safer, how to take care of health, all these will come under the legal factors. So this all comes under the PESTEL environment analysis. Now we go to Porter's five forces model. This model you will probably use in your fourth sem project. You will have to use this model in your fourth sem project. So Porter's five forces model was invented by a professor who was a Harvard professor, Michael Porter. So he invented this five forces model. He says that five forces will be affecting a company's operations. So these five forces are competitive forces which will tell the company how competitive it is in the market, whether it is competitive in the market or whether it is not competitive in the market. These Porter's five forces model will tell. So Porter's five forces model, you have competitive rivalry. That means the competitor companies will be competing with each other. Supplier power, buyer power, threat of substitution, and threat of new entry. These are the five forces which Porter says will be affecting the competitive position of companies. So by looking at these five forces, the company will know how much competition it is facing and where it can reduce the competition. They will come up with strategies on how to reduce the competition. This is the diagram of five forces, Porter's five forces model. Threat of new entrants means threat of new companies coming into your industry. So if in your industry new companies can come in easily, they will become your competitors. They will make you lose market share. They will make you lose business. and profits, so that is a threat for you. Then rivalry among existing competitors. The existing competitor companies who are already there in the market, if they are doing too much of competition amongst themselves, will it affect you positively or negatively as a company? Will you get affected by all that competition? You will get affected negatively if there is too much of intense competition among the competitors. Then threat of substitute. What is substitute? Fake products, me too products, or copycat products, products which are copied from, like how Chinese products are. Like one time our market was full of Chinese product, no? We used to buy them because they were cheap, but quality was very poor. So our Indian companies got affected. This is the threat of substitute, threat of fake products. So the Indian companies started getting affected. So that is why government banned the Chinese products from coming into India, because it was affecting our companies. That is the threat of substitute, fake products. Too many fake products, it can affect you. Bargaining power of buyers. When buyers are more powerful, they can decide the price of your product. They can decide what product you sell. They can decide your services. That is not good for the company. Buyers should not become powerful. Same way, bargaining power of suppliers. If suppliers become powerful, they decide what price to supply the raw materials, how much to supply, what quality to supply. That is also not good for the companies. So these are the five forces which is there in Porter's five forces model, which will tell the company from where it is facing more competition. Is it from fake products, or is it from buyers becoming too powerful, or is it suppliers becoming too powerful, or competitors doing too much of intense competition, or are there more companies coming into my industry? So by analyzing this, he can find out where the threat is, and he can immediately come up with strategies on how to overcome that threat and become again competitive in the market. This is the Porter's five forces model. I'll stop here.